Hi, and welcome back to the Human Thrive podcast. I'm your host, Amanda, and the Human Thrive Coach. So today's episode is a very meaningful one because I want to take you behind the scenes of something that has shaped my life, something I've been working on for the last 9 years. And today I'm going to tell you about my process I've developed called the Human Thrive Method. And it has 7 stages. And it's something that's been developed over the last, it's 9 years, come to 9 years. It was just crazy because I thought I would have launched it by now, but it's taken me that long to sort out. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about it now. So basically, what is it? What have I spent 9 years working on? And I've got books and books of information on this, and it has changed obviously over that time. And so it's 7 stages of a process, like a coaching journey. And so 9 years ago, I'd hit a point where I decided to make an online course, and I kind of didn't recognize myself. I was like feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, holding everything together on the outside, but didn't really feel myself inside and felt like I was quietly falling apart. But I kept saying, I'm fine. But my nervous system wasn't fine. My identity wasn't fine. And my purpose, it just felt really far away. And I didn't know how to get back to myself. So I was searching for something and started looking at all the different courses I'd done and thinking through all the different systems that I'd studied, and started to kind of coach myself through them. And I didn't set out to create a method. I just set out to fix myself, to heal, to understand myself, to rebuild and to reconnect with myself. And it developed into this process. So my different training courses I've done in mindfulness, meditation, neuro-linguistic programming, emotional freedom technique. I realized I'd been studying this for years. I'd been studying identity, belief patterns, looking at nervous system rebalancing, coaching, observing, refining, and noticing patterns in myself and other people that I'd worked with. And something clicked that transformation isn't random. It's a sequence, a path, a journey that you can move through and become who you're meant to be. So this is how the Human Thrive method was born. So it's 7 stages, and I'm going to walk you quickly through the 7 stages. So self-awareness. So you start seeing your patterns without shame, and you understand yourself clearly. Being aware of your patterns and being aware of your thinking patterns. I mean, you can't change anything or think it until you recognize it, and you have to become aware to do that. So that's step 1. Step 2 is, or stage 2, I haven't decided what to call them, stages or steps or what, but stage 2, self-acceptance. So people think self-acceptance sounds like you're just accepting what is, but if you don't, then you're always grasping, and when you accept, then you stop fighting yourself, stop abandoning yourself, and stop judging yourself. Doesn't mean that you have to stay there. You can notice it, accept it, be aware, but then you can still shift. So self-awareness and self-acceptance. Stage 3 is identity recode. So this is where the deep, real neuro-linguistic programming and exploring your limiting beliefs come in. We walk around with this programming that we have from we were a child. We were basically programmed, and we never update this. So if you have a phone or a computer, you're updating software and you take every opportunity for updates. You're constantly updating them. But people, we have these beliefs from we were a child and we never update them. So your linguistic program looks at, where do these beliefs come from? There's no good or bad beliefs. They're just beliefs that are they serving you? Are they helpful to you? Or are they not helpful? So are you in what's the state called? Like a state, are you in a state that's helpful to you or not? And if you're in a state that's not helpful to you, or you have a belief that's not helpful to you and it's holding you back, why are you keeping yourself there? At some point you chose to believe that, but you can choose to believe something different. So this stage 3 identity recode is where most of the hard work is, in terms of really making change and really exploring beliefs. And this is where you update the subconscious patterns that are keeping you stuck. So stage 4 then is confidence and self-trust. So start making decisions that honor you. You feel emotionally safer because we've done the work on our nervous systems, and rebuild trust with yourself. So all throughout the course will be lots of nervous system regulation. And yeah, so when you feel safe, then you can grow. So stage 5 then is soul purpose activation. So you can reconnect to what you truly want. You listen to your inner voice. You become who you were meant to be, and then your direction becomes clear. So whenever you're in that survival mode, you can't think straight. You can't see any way out. When your nervous system's calmer, then you can hear your inner voice. It becomes louder, or you can hear it better. Your direction becomes clear, and you can reconnect to yourself. So that's soul purpose activation, stage 5. Then we come on to stage 6, which is aligned action. So this is action without burnout, and we move forward calmly, confidently, and safely, and take action. And all the work that we've done in the first stages will all come together out in our action. And when you change your beliefs, your action automatically changes. If you're the sort of person who feels like, oh, I can't do that, I'm not confident enough. Oh, I'd love to do that, but I'm not confident enough. When you start to believe that you are confident enough, then you take that action. So your actions change depending on your beliefs. So that's where it all comes together. And then stage 7 is the integration. So is where we put it all together, what we've learned, and where everything clicks and you become the new next version of yourself. And these changes, I realized that I'd worked through, and they changed my life. They changed the lives of women that I work with too. Yeah, so I'm excited to share them with you. And I'm going to do the first cohort of, I don't know why I call them students, first cohort of this group starting in January. And very excited about that. So starting in January, first cohort, we'll work together over 6 months with live coaching session every month, and lots of work along the way and lots of support along the way. So if you want to hear more about that, send me a message. So I'm going to leave you with a wee NLP technique, so neuro-linguistic programming technique, and this is for anchoring and identity shift. So this is a simple but powerful technique you can do while you're listening. So this is called the identity anchor. So think of a moment in your life when you felt truly yourself, when you felt calm, confident, grounded, and capable. So take a wee second, try and think of something. Sometimes you go to do this and your mind goes blank. Think of a time in your moment when you felt truly yourself, calm, confident, grounded, capable. And bring that moment into your mind. So see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. And in that moment, then squeeze your thumb and index finger together. Are you still trying to think of something, maybe? So a time in your life when you felt truly yourself, calm, confident, grounded, capable. Bring that moment into your mind and see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. Then squeeze your thumb and your index finger together. And that physical action creates an anchor. So say to yourself, this is who I am becoming again. This is who I am becoming again. So that moment that where you felt truly yourself, calm, confident, grounded, capable. And close your eyes and see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt. And squeeze your thumb and finger together. So that physical action creates that anchor. And say to yourself, this is who I'm becoming again. This is who I'm becoming again. This is who I'm becoming again. Then release your fingers. So anytime you feel overwhelmed, lost, or stuck, squeeze them fingers together and feel that version of you return. So this is how we begin rewiring the identity at a subconscious level. And it's such a simple technique. And if you spend some time thinking of that, really seeing what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt, and then squeeze that thumb and index finger together, create that physical anchor. And then anytime you do that, when you need a little boost of confidence, it's easy to do. And no one will know you're just doing that. You just squeeze them together, and that is your anchor. So that's your actionable step for today. And I just want to give you one more, and will immediately reconnect you to yourself. So take a moment today and ask yourself, which part of me is asking to be seen right now? So we're not talking about fixing, judging, or silencing, just seen. If you're into journaling, if you get a pen, bit of paper, write for 5 minutes, and whatever comes up is part of you that needs acceptance, not pressure. Which part of me is asking to be seen right now? So this small act creates emotional safety, which is where our real transformation begins. So which part of me is asking to be seen right now? You can close your eyes and think about it, or if you find it helpful to write, and sometimes the writing is just magic. The words just come out even, and it helps get them out of your head. Not for everybody, but try it. So if today's episode spoke to you, if you felt that pull, that reassurance, that knowing, my 6-month program, Self-Acceptance to Soul Purpose, the Human Mindset. No, the Human Thrive Method will take you through these 7 stages, and it's for women who want to feel calm, confident, grounded, and connected to your purpose again. And if you want the details, you can message me the word purpose, or click the link in the show notes. Either way, I'm cheering you on, and you deserve to thrive. So thank you for listening to the Human Thrive podcast. If you love this episode, please share it with someone who needs it today. And remember, you're not behind, you're not broken, and you are becoming. Thank you for listening. Bye.